Today we are doing Joseph Stalin. Who is Joseph Stalin? I'd probably say if you're watching this, you know who he is. But did you know that he was born in a one-room house and his father repaired shoes and often drank, and he would hit Joseph and his wife, or Joseph's mom. So as you can see, he didn't grow up. He didn't start off on a good note. Poor guy. Yeah. Not very good. And when he was little, he got smallpox, and I didn't put it in his face, but it scarred his face and made his face have pock marks, and he got in an accident, and one of his arms is shorter than the other due to the accident. So he's been through a lot, but we're going to hear more because he's kind of a bad guy. That's a little spoiler. So we are going to start with his head. So you are going to do a circle. Okay, we got his little circle oval. He's slightly looking this way, so we're going to make his center part like this, and then we're going to come across the top like that. Okay, there's his head, and then his neck is pretty broad, so it's just going to be coming straight off of there. Wow. And then his collar. We're just jumping into the collar. Why not, right? This was very interesting. In school, he was studying. He was to Catholic school and studied to be a priest, a religious guy, and he would sneak books by Karl Marx. And then he joined the Marxist group in 1898. Kind of got kicked out of school. They're like, bye-bye. So that kind of like changed everything. Okay, so we are going to do his ears are going to come right off of here, so they're almost like touching that line. This is one ear. And the other one, since it's turned, you're only seeing a piece of it. Okay? And we'll come in here and give it its... Okay? We'll be cutting that in a little. Okay. Zoop. And then we want to make it look like it's connected. So we're going to erase some of this so it looks like it's part of the face. Okay, there you go. All right, we're going to do his eyes. So we're going to make little rainbows. Don't touch all the way because we're going to make it come down a little bit. And he's got his eye, so he's looking off to the side. We got a shiny in there, and we've got his pupil. Okay. We can make this part have this little eye thing. And then his eyes, actually, because this is when he's a little bit older, they're a little droopier on the side. So we're going to make it a little droopier. And then we're going to give it just a little bit of a thicker upper lip. And then he's got this crease, eyebrow crease right on top. Okay? So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Make rainbow. Don't have it touch completely because we're going to have it come in. And do this eye. Okay, great job. Make that upper. And we got his little lip, and his little lids are a little droopy here. And he's got a giant crease line. All right, so we're just gonna do an indication like the nose right there. And then he's got his mouth under here, but you can't really see it. So this is going to be like his mustache. Let's put the mustache. We're just going to gently put that in there so we can come back in and make it look good. But his mustache and his bottom lip. Okay, so I'm going to erase just the center line since we got that down, so we can draw on all that details. Okay. I know, he looks kind of funny right now, but bear with me. So his chin, we're going to make it more prominent. So we're going to come down here. It kind of has like, I call it like a slight butt chin. The butt chin is when they really have that dimple in there. His is a slight butt chin. I've seen some pretty big butt chins. So it kind of has like a little whoop, whoop for his bottom chin. What else do I know? Joseph Stalin was born the 18th of December, 1878, and he died on March 5th, 1953. Oh, this is not working here. Okay. But did you know that he wasn't born with the name Joseph Stalin? No. That's like the name he decided to give himself. He was born Losab Bessarinis dis Gerashuli. What? I don't know. It's a long one. So he thought that was a mouthful, which it is. We're going to give the line here. So he changed it to Joseph Stalin. I thought that sounds more dignified. All right, let's do his eyebrows. So his eyebrows are awesome. They're going to come down. Mm-hmm. And so they're kind of come in here. So yeah, that's about right. I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to bring it over a little bit more. Okay, let's do this side. So we have, it's coming in. Oh, he's not, yeah, he's just not a good guy. Okay, but he's part of history, and we need to know history, because if we don't, history repeats itself, and we're going to make the same mistakes, right? Isn't that what they always say? Yes. And if you want, with your Sharpie, you're just going to put some lines in here. Boop, 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 for eyebrows. And we're not going to do it necessarily with Sharpie here, but we're going to come in afterwards and we're going to give him some more wrinkles. But we'll do that with colored pencil, so it's not so sharp. And down here, he's got kind of bags under his eyes, but we're going to do that with colored pencil. So you're going to see more of it. All right, let's get his hairline in. So it kind of goes out, and then it comes in, and it comes out again. Same with this side, so we're going to have it come, so it kind of comes up here. There we go. I think that looks good. So he was a leader of the Soviet Union in 1922 until he died. Anyways, so now let's get his hairline. And right here, this is going to be kind of like where it splits, where he parts his hair. And this part's going to go up. Over, we're going to give it some scalloped edges, but at least we know where it goes, and just bring it around, okay? So we can erase in here. He stayed in power by removing anyone he thought might be a threat to him. Are you a threat? You're gone. You a threat? You're gone. You a threat? You're gone. So he just got all the people that he thought was a threat and didn't like him, didn't agree with him, just got rid of them. And so they weren't in power. So up here, I'm going to give it like a little scalloped edge. Doop, doop. So it's just not like a plain straight across. Gives a little character. And then you're going to give it some hair on the side. And he was buddies with Lenin. So I think he was in political power after Lenin. And yeah, they kind of had the same Marxist views of socialism. Of communism. Boo. I know some of you might like it. His ideas and policies turned the Soviet Union into a powerful modern nation. So you went, let's take over the world. It also led to the death of millions of people. Boo. Why do you have to kill people? Really? Is that necessary? Did you have to do that? Okay, let's get his nose. Really? Well, people had to go. Well, really? Did they? So, don't really agree with that. But it's part of history, so we have to learn history. So there's his nose. I kind of gave him a cute nose. Did he deserve a cute nose? No, you do not deserve a cute nose, but you got a cute nose. Now we're going to do his mustache. We're going to kind of give it his little scalloped edge here. Boop, boop, boop. And then we can make some lines here. let's do this side. Mustaches are interesting. I love facial hair, and I love mustaches with full facial hair, but by themselves, they kind of crack me up, you know. And then we have a bottom lip right here. Super job. All right, so now let's do his clothes. Also behind him, put the little flag symbol. So we have one side of his collar, other side. Let's give it a little character. So we're gonna go in and out. Okay, and then right here, does it go out a little more? I think it goes out a little bit more. And then we're going to bring the collar down. Great job. Come off on the side. And he's got his little symbol. There's a little button here. And then coming down with a button. Great job. Here, if I go too fast, just pause it. And you're going to double it, because it's going to have like a yellow trim on there, and have a button right here. Same thing on this side. There we go. Fantastic. All right, let's Sharpie. I kind of made his eyes, I think they look a little too happy, like he's awake here. So I am going to see if I can make it look not so happy here. Okay, so I'm going to take my baby Sharpie.
All right, now let's get Sharpie.
Okay, I'm going to go around the outside. Now let's erase. Oh, you know what I forgot? Forgot to do the symbol back there. So it's a, oh, my brain's not working on what it is. Sickle and, if you remember what this symbol is, a sickle and hammer and sickle. I think that's what it is. So you kind of gonna make a C, like a, well, it kind of looks like a moon. And then it's gonna come out like this. And it's got the hammer and sickle. I think that's what it's called. And the symbol right here. Okay, good job. And then this part of the star. You can erase in there. My husband turned on the TV the other day, and one of my favorite movies was on. Well, I watched it when I was a kid, which is weird because I like Disney shows and cartoons and happiness and Hallmark things. But one of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Red Dawn. You're like, what? And in the original one, the bad guys were Russians. And there's a modern one, I think it was 2019, and it, or somewhere around there. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the peach. Anyways, it's against, I think it's Korea. Anyways, it's a fictional story, but how bad guys came in. So you wanna color all of this just an overtone of the peach, and how some kids, they're high school kids, they pretty much defended their city and they called themselves the Wolverines. And how they did a lot of destruction and like sabotage and things like that. And the Koreans thought that it was like a whole huge group, but it was just a bunch of high school kids. And I don't know, something about the movie, I'm like, yeah. Even though I don't like war and I don't like any of that stuff, but You know, if a bad guy came to my house, I don't think I'd like it. If bad guy came to my land, don't think I'd like it. And they're gonna know about it. Okay, so now you're gonna take this and go around the outside and make it press down harder. And it's gonna be harder in here and around the edges here. And as you come in, just like feather it and make it go like lighter. Let's see. He also, oh wait, let's see. Stalin invaded Poland in 1939, which was led World War II, and he made a peace deal with Adolf Hitler. I did not know that. So he's like, hey, Adolf, let's make a deal. We'll be partners in this, because Adolf was over Germany. He was over the Soviet Union. And then the Germany, let's see, he led a bloody war after Germany then invaded Russia. And he's like, whoa, 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 what happened to the deal? Invaded him. And in the end, Stalin gained control of Eastern Europe. So it's all about land and who can be in control. They just have like a power struggle they just love doing, you know? Can't we just all get along, right? I know that's not the way of the world, but that would be so nice. I'll be Miss America. What do you want in life? I want world peace. That's what they always say, right? Okay, here we go. So now we're going to be putting in some more of the shadows. It's going to be lots of layers, so I'm just starting with the pink shadow, because he's a pretty tan dude. At least from pictures, he looked pretty tan. All right, so we're giving him some more shadows here. You can keep working it, work it, work it. I just don't like the part how millions of people died under him. I just don't like that, you know? Let's just get along. And this is his bag under his eyes. Yeah, he probably had lack of sleep a little bit. His nose. Okay, so now you're going to get your tan out. And now we're going to do more shadows. So there's definitely more shadows. You know what? We're just going to do one side of the face. Why am I doing the whole thing? I don't even know. Does anybody even watch this part? I have no idea. So we're going to be putting some wrinkles because, you know, he's been through a lot. More. We're going to go around the outside of his eyeball. A little tan here. And this is more of his bag. And his shadow on this side of the face. And you go around the outside of his face with tan, inside the ear with tan, definitely underneath the chin. And under his lip. I'm going to give him a little tanner skin here. And forehead seemed to be a little tanner. Go different directions and it just kind of fills it in differently. I'm going underneath the eyebrow. Okay, so I also am going to come in with light, this regular brown, light brown. And you're going to come in even harder, giving it even more shadows. Definitely tanner under here. So just keep working it like that. And then I gave it, he doesn't deserve it, but he gets a little bit of pink cheeks just to look alive so he's not dead. And a little pink on the lips. And touch on the nose. I did go in with like darker, it doesn't look like I used enough peach in here to fill this in. So I'm just gonna fill in filling in the color. Okay, what I did wrong on the ear, I made it look too puffy, so it's a little too cartoony, so you wanted to go thicker, but once you do it in Sharpie, that's it. Okay, for the eyebrows, I just did regular brown, and then I'm gonna come in with black too, so I'm just going regular brown. His hair on his head looked more gray, touch of brown, but his eyebrows looked more brown. Well, we know that side. And then I'm gonna get a little bit of my black. I'm gonna go underneath here. And I might warm it up with some light brown. So we got some dark under there. We're gonna go for the light brown, get a little more extra color. So for his eyes, I'm gonna go light brown and then I'll put darks in after. Okay, and then you can come in with your regular brown and then just make it thicker, darker at the top here. And then take a little gray and put a shadow under here. I'm gonna make this a little darker. And for his hair, you can start with gray. Fill this part in because we're gonna put some black and brown over it. And then go along the edges, and then you can go over these lines if you want. And as you come in, you can make this part lighter because it's just like a light gray. It doesn't have a ton of white, but. And then go along the edges with that dark gray. And then kind of blend it up. So it's press harder there. And as you come up, just make it go lighter. So press harder and go lighter. And you can come in with some black down here, darker down here. And you can go over these lines and make some more lines in there. And then come in with, did I do light? A light brown? No, I think I just did regular brown. Right here. Just put a little bit of, looks like he still has a touch of his dark hair in there, but not much. So we're just gonna put a little bit in there. So just see a touch of it, and you can put some lines in here too. With the regular brown. Okay, and his mustache, the same thing. You can do a touch of brown in there, not too much, and then we're gonna do the rest gray. A little bit of brown. And then we can come in here with the gray. And then at the end, you probably can just do a touch of black. And I think I made his eyes look a little too happy. So I'm going to take the black in here and kind of make it more of a shadow to give it. Oops, I kind of went a little too much on that top part. Oops. So I'm making shadow under here. Make it more. There you go. All right, so keep working on that. This is going to be gray with yellow and red, but I think you can do this. So see ya.